These here are the 5 biggest mistakes that I made when I started my online business a few years ago, and what you can do to avoid them so you can crush it quicker than I did. What's up, guys? My name's Josh. I built a successful business on Instagram, and now I'm teaching you guys how with 2 videos every single week here on my YouTube channel. So if you want to learn how you can build your audience online, make more money online, and make better choices with that, then be sure to subscribe and leave a like on this video. That really does help me out, and it means you'll never miss a episode or video from my channel. So going into the first mistake that I made was going for very basic skills. So I started out online building up an Instagram account in the motivational niche, built it up, sold ads on it, etc. And I spent a lot of time learning very basic or mundane tasks. So how to build quoted content, which admittedly at the start was needed, but once I got to 100k, 200k or so on, it wasn't an essential thing that I had to do, whereas I could have been learning more valuable skills that paid more and outsource those lower level tasks. So one thing that I would do if I was starting out again is focus on learning higher income skills, whether it be learning how to sell, whether it be learning how to do marketing and run ads, whether it be learning how to close deals or learning the website development or things like that that pay a bit more, rather than basic tasks such as scheduling posts or creating quotes or so on. And graphic design can be very, very profitable, by the way, but that's more on the higher end stuff, not on the basic repetitive stuff. Number 2 is not getting personal enough on social media. And now this is mostly going to relate to people who are building a personal brand. Let's say you're an investor and you teach people how to invest their money, whether you're in the stock market, whether you're a real estate guy, or if you're a fitness expert and you're teaching and you're offering personal training for people or meal plans or whatever. And this more relates around a personal brand, but not getting personal enough is a big mistake that I made. I completely missed the boat on that. I came to the game way too late, whereas I could have been putting out these YouTube videos and posting on my personal Instagram pages 2-3 years ago, and then by now I'd have like 1 million subscribers. But I didn't do it quick enough, mostly probably because I cared what people thought too much, and I didn't do it because they might laugh. And that's a stupid thing to say when you say it out loud. It's a bit ridiculous, but that's probably a mistake that I made. And so if you're coming to the game now, it's definitely later on in the process and in the cycle of Instagram or YouTube or whatever platform you're coming to. But at the same time, you can totally start now and get results. And if you're starting out on new platforms such as TikTok or LinkedIn, not necessarily new, but there are a lot of untapped niches in them that no one's touched, then get personal on it, show your face, be you, be authentic, be genuine, and that'll help you crush it. Number 3, this is potentially the biggest mistake I've made, and that is the shiny object syndrome. And this is essentially where you do one thing for a couple months, and then you see some clown on a Lamborghini running a Facebook ad talking about how they made $1 million this month on dropshipping, and then suddenly you want to go do dropshipping and you drop whatever you're doing for the past couple months. And then 2 months later, you see another clown on a Lamborghini selling you an Amazon FBA course, potentially even the same person. And you suddenly then go and join that and start doing Amazon FBA. And then that same person then sells you a course on how to sell supplements and make $1 million a year doing that. And you jump from opportunity to opportunity without giving any specific one of them enough time and enough sustained work to get the results, because you can't expect to build some sort of online business, whether it be building up your audience online, whether it be an e-commerce, whether it be FBA, etc. I'm not saying these things don't work. What I am saying, however, is if you constantly jump around, you'll never actually get good at any of them. And this isn't something that I struggle with a lot. I wasn't super bad at this, but at times I did get a bit distracted by these opportunities. And it's not actually that hard to become distracted by these, because there are literally people who make a full-time living by trying to sell you these courses, and they're constantly changing what they're selling. Because if someone sells you a course for e-commerce and it costs $1,000, let's say, it might be an amazing course. I'm not discrediting that, but they've made $1,000 off you, and now they need to make more money off that customer. So they can either is sell you a more expensive e-commerce course or program, or B, sell you something different. And if they've already promised you that you're going to learn everything you need with the current course that you've got, then they can't really go ahead and sell you another thing for more. However, what they can do is they can sell you on a second or third or fourth stream of income by creating an Amazon business or a coaching business, etc. You'll notice that's how a lot of course creators go. They get good at a skill, Facebook ads, dropshipping, e-commerce, etc. They build a course based around that, and then they build a course teaching how to make a course. Now, I'm not necessarily against that if it's all really good quality and legitimate, but just be careful. Don't fall into that trap of jumping around from opportunity to opportunity. Have your end goal, have your focus, and stick to it. Sam Ovens actually did a really good video on this about a month ago of how you can avoid this. So I'll link that somewhere and you can go watch it. If I forget to link it, it'll be on Sam Ovens' YouTube channel. Number 4 is not outsourcing lower income tasks earlier. And this is something I touched on earlier, but I do want to get a bit more specific here. And for example, let's say you're a coach and you teach people, you're a personal trainer. And you go on Instagram, you put out lots of content about it, and you're getting a lot of people interested in your services. Now, let's say you charge $100 an hour to hop on the phone with someone, go through what they're doing, and help them come up with a plan to reach their goals with fitness. Now, if you are doing that, and for every hour on the phone, you also have to spend an hour editing your content for Instagram, scheduling meetings with these people, taking payment, and messaging them back and forth on Instagram. If you spend an hour for that, for every hour of coaching, and you work 8 hours a day, let's say, keep it standard, then you're getting paid for 4 hours and the other 4 are sort of, done with busy work. So you're generating $400 a day, which, to be fair, is a very good income. However, you could also outsource those 4 hours to someone for $20 per hour, and then you can double the amount of coaching you're doing in the exact same amount of time. And now you're making $800 a day and spending $80 per day to outsource that 4 hours, which means that you're looking at a profit of $720 as opposed to $400. And this is something that I didn't do earlier, which I definitely should have. And it's definitely something that I've learned along the way. I now am hiring people or outsourcing these tasks on sites like Fiverr, or finding people through Instagram, social media, etc., through Facebook groups that can do basic tasks for me that either A, I just don't want to do because they're lower income, or B, someone else can do it better than me while I go and do something that I'm good at. I go and run a campaign for a client while someone else edits the images because I'm not good at that. So that was probably another massive mistake I did make, was not doing that soon enough. Number 5, and again, I did mention this earlier, but caring what people thought. That was, again, a big mistake that I made early on. Again, it's pretty big. And I used to care what people thought, what they would think, whether it be people from school, whether it be people that I met online that follow me, or just anyone. I would wonder what they would think about a certain post that I put out there. I would wonder what they would think of what I was doing, or whatever it might be. And at the end of the day, that's, I think, just a silly thing to do, because regardless of what you're doing, how good it may be, there's always going to be people that hate on it because they don't want to see you become successful, especially if they come from a similar background to you. You're a similar age, you went to the same school, and they see you doing something amazing, and they're just sort of bumbling along. It's probably going to make them a bit upset or angry that they're not where you are. And that's going to cause them to be jealous and potentially hate. And so at the end of the day, just don't care what people think as much. Think about what your audience may think, or think about the ideal person you want following you, and put out content based around that, and you will attract the right audience who love what you do. Whatever it be, whether you talk about video games on your YouTube channel, or whether you are an entrepreneur posting about that, or whether you are talking about arts and crafts on your Instagram account, or posting cringy TikTok videos. Nowadays, I just am who I am, and I post what I like to talk about. These videos are all things I enjoy talking about, whether it be social media, investing, etc. It's things that I enjoy, and that is something about me. And those people that want these videos, that enjoy it, like yourself watching this here, will find it, and I'll build up an audience of people who love it, and who cares what anyone else thinks. It's irrelevant. I'm doing what I want to do and staying true to myself. At the same time, it's probably also good to have a couple people, close people, that you respect their opinion and you take that on board. I do have a few close friends, and if they call me out on being a dick or doing something bad, then I listen. But at the same time, you shouldn't be listening to what everyone says, because a lot of people will have opinions which come from not the best place. They might want you to quit or want you to stop so they can be more successful than you or whatever. But at the end of the day, don't give a shit about that. Be you, be true to yourself, be genuine, be authentic, and that's the main thing. So that wraps up today's video of the 5 mistakes I made starting my online business. Number 1, not going for high income skills and instead trying to learn everything, which at the end of the day, it's important to understand how things are done in your online business, but it's not, you shouldn't be doing everything. Number 2, not getting personal enough on social media and building that personal brand, which you don't have to do, but if you're trying to make money through being a fitness trainer online, or through being a life coach or an investment coach, or teaching people how to flip real estate, and it revolves around you, then you totally have to. If you have a sunglasses brand, it's not quite as important. Number 3, shiny object syndrome. Just focus on one thing, kick ass at it, become really, really good at it, and you'll see success, rather than jumping around from every few months, moving to a new opportunity and spending years without giving any one thing the required dedication. 4, not outsourcing the low income tasks, which is kind of similar to 1, but basically when you start earning an income and you can work out an approximate hourly rate, I would suggest that you outsource any tasks lower than that, so you can then go ahead and spend more time on the high income tasks. And 5, again, don't give a shit about what people think. Be you, be genuine, be authentic, be real, but don't worry about haters or people from school or old classmates or workmates or whatever. Don't give a shit about what they think. Be you. So that is it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, smash the like button and leave a comment, as that really, really does help me reach more people on YouTube and impact more people. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe down below. And I am posting a video every single week in a 0 to 10K challenge, where I'm building a page on Instagram from 0 followers to 10,000 in 30 days or less. So you should totally subscribe just so you can see that come out. I also post 1 to 2 other videos every single week. So hopefully you see those, and stick around, watch another video and smash the like button. See you guys later.